Morning, folks. Doug's had a treat. So I was trying to get him as a thumbnail, and he wouldn't cooperate. Yes, I just woke up. I slept 11 hours. 11 hours. Do you want out? Is that what you want? Do you want out? You only want out if I come out. Is that what it is? Do you want out? Oh, dog. I go to the door and open it and he'll sit down. Customary 2 t-shirts. It's winter time. It isn't supposed to be snowing right now. Hang on, folks. I've got to get. I wasn't ready, but I'm a streamaholic, serial streamer. So I just thought I'd turn around before I'm even ready here because, like, you know what? I'm not pushing myself today. I'm going to finish the barn. Like, I'm going to get that doorway done and the vestibule done. I'm going to get that done. I just realized too. I got to defrost my freezer. We're going to put my 48 pounds of butter. I gotta figure out a place to put it. Gotta rearrange the freezer downstairs, I guess. Because I need to unplug my freezer and let it thaw out. Because we get the call this week. I like starting the freezer off with no frost inside. It freezes better. So, it's not a lot of frost. It's a good freezer that way. But it does have some. And it would be a good idea to give her a bit of a clean. The dog is really up. Dougie, do you want out? Let's just see what the dog does when I say, do you want out? Because, okay. Do you want out? Do you want out? Huh? There, I caught it on camera finally. This is what he does to me. Look at. As soon as I open the door, that's what he does to me. What? Oh man, capital R rotten. That's what he does to me all the time. I've been trying to catch it on camera, and I caught it this morning. That was live. As soon as I open the door, sit down. I'll do the old morning reboot here. I gotta call Dell. Gotta get this fixed. I keep forgetting to call. Well, I called once. The guy allegedly fixed it, but it didn't. I got the 46mm lens yesterday so that I can filter cap the camera in the goose shed. So it'll be like the duck shed, so the camera won't get crudted up inside. So, the drive last night, folks, oh, man, was it brutal. If I would have went in the morning, it would have been worse. Would have been so much more worse in the morning. They got hit really good up there with ice and snow. Like the roads, there was no center line, and it's all back country roads to get to his. Like, this guy lives like so remote. It's like, it's remote. It's remote. It's like, it's getting so bad. This driving to go get it. I'm thinking it's time I build myself a plucker. I don't think I want to drive up there again. I think it's time. I think it's time I own my own. I have a buddy that wants to go partner with it 50-50. I'm thinking, but I don't like owning partnership tools either because that can get sideways. But if I built one, it would be built to the standard that I could rent it. out, and I know you can rent it because that's how I found that one. Except that one wasn't built very good for renting wise because I had to rebuild it. If anybody remembers when I first bought it, I had to redo it. Oh, I gotta get another chapstick. I got some upstairs. Oh, boys. What? 11 hours? What barn work? I just woke up for it. I just woke up. How could I didn't do any work today yet? Hello, JD. D&D. Yeah, the drive. So it's like because it's all country roads. It's not like a highway. Okay, to get there, it's all back roads. It's like an hour and 10 minutes in one direction, in good weather. Okay. Well, yesterday wasn't good weather. It felt like forever to get there. Like forever. Well, it was getting dark when I backed into his driveway. And then coming home, it was dark. And then I realized something, that, I never drive the truck at night. Like, never. And, when you only drive something during the day, you don't realize how dirty your windows are. The windows in the truck were so dirty that every time a car came up, I couldn't see anything. It was just like, it was nothing. I couldn't see anything, compounded with the ice and the snow on the road. Hello, Susan, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna end some streams here. Oh, it was plucking scary, I'm telling you. It was. I couldn't see. I got my the truck pointed towards the south. It's supposed to go to 9 degrees tomorrow, and sunny. So when the truck warms up, I'm going to do the windows. They're bad. It's like first of all, the side windows are completely covered in dug nose prints. I'm gonna leave the barn going right now here because are there anybody in the barn? Not. Oh, it sounds like they're right outside the door though. Unbelievable. They were in there because the straw is packed down, but no sign of them. When was the last time I cleaned the windows from the truck? Spring, sometime. I don't know. Sometime in the spring, maybe even last winter for all I know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It might be sometime last winter. Truck sits, but it never get dirty sitting. Oh, you can see the condensation water streaks. It was brutal, and the dust. Oh, it was brutal. So I gotta wait till it warms up. Okay, there's no ducks in there, so I'm gonna end that stream. The only stream we're gonna have right now is the coffee stream. While I'm chatting with you, when I'm trying to wake up. 11 hours I slept. I must have needed it. I know I needed it. I'm so wiped out. I vestibule today. Door, fix the door, barn door. Get the vestibule going. Measure the coroplast. I emailed the company, the courier company, to see if we can get a free delivery out of them for positive feedback. We'll see, We'll see if we can sell our services. No, I gotta turn off the encoders, folks. The internet lately's been working good, I mean, did anybody have any stream problems last night? Like any beach balls happening? Because it seems to be working. We aren't having as many problems as we used to have. in the summertime, you know, when the flock was here. I wonder if they did something and didn't tell me. Do I recommend a heated bucket? Oh, Tilly, that's a hard one, man. I've had such bad luck with heated buckets. And the companies absolutely don't care when you complain. Like the heated bucket. Like, I had those Farm Innovator black rubber ones, and I meant to show you. I'm not using it this year. I'm not using them. I meant to show you last spring, because they changed the heater element design. Okay, that it used to be an exposed like a water heater. You could actually see the you could see the what you call it, the heater element. Okay, so the tub was completely clean, and you could wash it out and you see it. But then they came up with a new one, so the bottom's flat, and it's a heater unit that's inside the bucket, and it is. I had one that broke, so I took it apart, and it was what the sludge that was underneath the heater in the bottom of the pail that you couldn't see until you pry it out. Like, you'd think it would be waterproof, but it wasn't. Like, it was just full of duck sludge. And I was thinking, like, you're livestock, you're doing a livestock, you know, heating pail, and you're allowing a place for bacteria and sludge to accumulate. I was very, very disappointed when it broke. When it broke, and I took it apart. So that's the Farm Innovator one. Hello, Inga. And that's made by the company Farm Innovators. It's a black rubber pail. I highly recommend to run from them. Run. Now there's another one that the M&R Feeds has, and it's a horse pail, but it's plastic, and the heating element is external in the bottom of it, and the inside of the pail is sealed. It's actually what it is it's a bucket with a compartment on the bottom of the bucket on the outside where the heating is. So inside is, you can clean it. You can actually wash it and clean it. So, and you can keep the pail clean, because you got to be able to clean it. Like, what happens if you had like some kind of outbreak or something and you had to sterilize something, you know? And the water and feed is the first place everything transfers. Yeah, I've got. Well, I used a 1 year. I used a what do they call it? Bird bath heater in a pail. That works too. Just a little 250-watt bird bath heater, and you put it in the pail. That's another way of doing it. Hey, dude, how you doing? So see if the courier company got back to us. No. No. Oh, I got a job invitation from China. Hello, I would like to inquire if you can be our regional representative in your region. It will be by no means interfere with your current job. Oh, I could still be a YouTuber. Please respond with your name and direct contact info so we can discuss the opportunities with the job. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think so, right? Oh, that's funny. Oh, keyword positioning on the Duck channel. That is bizarre. Anyways. Okay. Nothing happened of any importance. Well, I got a job offer though. Okay, I'm just putting the pop-up chat here so I can switch glasses. All right. Oh man, what a night! 11 hours. I woke up. I grabbed the clock. Well, first I woke up and I saw that it was still light out. Okay, or it's still light. It was light out. It was dark, and it was like I knew I was late. I said, "Oh no, I'm late." And then I grabbed the clock and it said 7:47. I was like, I slept for well, actually it was over 11 hours because I think it was like 8:33 when I moseyed up the stairs. So I didn't even watch any TV. Watched some crash videos on YouTube. I didn't have attention span. I didn't want to be up for long. So it was like I watched I think about 10 minutes worth of crash videos. People in their dash cams. I love those Russian dash cam videos, man. Oh man, there's some good accidents. I just wish I knew what they were saying. I watch a lot of Russian stuff. I don't know what it is. I just always feel like watching Russian trucks, Russian crashes, documentaries on going to the North Pole in Russian. It's like, oh. Oh, Inga, yeah. For me to be out for 11 hours, it's I obviously my body was completely fried, everything. Well, I did do a lot. If you consider I've been going nonstop here since. Well, what date did we start? Okay, what date? When did they show up here? Let me just look here. Was it okay? So the birds left the 12th, and then they started the 26th. Or was it the 25th we raised the barn of October? I don't know. 25th, 26th, non-stop of October. I've been going non-stop on the barn for almost a month. Really, if you look at the big picture here, this week would have been actually over a month. What is today's date? The 20th of November. Okay. Thursday before. 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks. 3 weeks and 4 days. I've been going non-stop on the barn. 3 weeks, 4 days. Jack, since we started and I had to get the barn ready. I had to gut the barn and get everything ready. Plus, I really didn't have a break after the ducks left. I sort of, pretended it was a break, but I didn't. Oh, Susie, I'm not that frisky though. Oh, I gotta get some caffeine into me. Today, I will run a barn stream, the barn stream that's in there right now, so you can watch me do the door. I got a whole bunch of work to do in the garage though, because I've got to fabricate. I'm going to change. I had a night brainwave. I'm going to change the vestibule. I'm going to bolt it together in sections so that it's solid, and then I'm going to lag bolt it to the wall so I don't have to drill my floor. So it's going to float. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be working in the hardware store today. Yeah, JT, considering October 12th, hey, I was saying, oh yeah, it's going to be, life is going to get easier after October 12th. The ducks will be gone. That seemed to have gotten harder. Oh. Doing the goose shack's going to be a cakewalk. Actually, I feel an unbelievable amount of relief, folks. Unbelievable amount of relief that I've got the plucker in the back of the truck, and the next thing is the cull, because the flock has to get. No, it's not a basic coffee mug. It's a gift that was sent to me by a fan, but it's one of those left-handed coffee mugs. If you want to share what's on the front of it, which I don't know why they don't print them on the other side, but people want to look at their mug with the thing on it. They should really print them on both sides. Stripper's a crossbreed between a Rouen and a Peking. After the barn is done, goose shed. Well, actually, the cull, and then the goose shed. I gotta put wire up too, in the pen, which I gotta drag that big chunk of. I got a big piece of wire I gotta drag over and snip all the bottom to get it happening. There's still going to be a lot of stuff. There's still going to be a lot of stuff happening here this week. It's just that the big gun, the barn gun, is gone. I tried to get the ducks in the barn last night when I got back. If anybody saw me bring Stripper and Magoo in separately, I walked in with Stripper and Magoo in my arms. Did anybody see that last night? Oh, JT saw it. Okay. So I did try. And then Stripper came out right away and had to be with the flock. Right away. I was walking around, she's standing at the door flapping her wings. Oh, I'm back, folks. It's like, oh, you little social butterfly. She's got to be with the crew, you know? Like, what's going to happen with the coroplast in the barn, Tom? I got to measure today. I'm going to measure the coroplast required to do this today. I got to get the measurements. How many sheets? And then I'm going to see if I can arrange a 3 pickup. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to measure the goose shed too, because I got to do the walls of the goose shed. I don't need to do the floor because the floor is good on the goose shed. I'm gonna flip the floor anyways. I've got to take it out and flip it. I hope it isn't frozen, or I'm going to be I'm going to be screwed. Actually, I hope it's not frozen. But I got to flip it. Should have done that before. Anyways, worst case scenario, I'll bring the construction heater into the goose shed and warm the floor up. Oh, I can't take the construction heater in there. I got a propane heater. It'll run on 115 volt, 120 volt. Worst case scenario, I'll bring a propane heater into the goose shed, give her a blast to get the frost out of the floor, so I can just get the sheets off the floor and flip it. I gotta flip it so the overlaps are the opposite direction they are now, so that it's easier to push the straw with a snow shovel. Because right now the overlaps are going the wrong direction. I don't know what I was thinking when I did it, but I think I wasn't thinking. That's probably what the problem was. So I'm going to measure the goose shed, what's required for the goose shed, and then what's required for the barn. I don't think I'm going to do the front section of the barn. I don't think that needs any coroplast. I think the 4 coats of paint. She's pretty hard. When I put those screws in yesterday, it was hard for the screws to punch a hole. Okay, so back to the weather. I got sidetracked there with Tom's question. So the weather situation. So today's -3 and flurries, which is fine. Everything I got to do is basically in the barn. Tomorrow is 9 degrees and a 30% chance of showers. Okay, that's what they're calling for. Petawawa was 8 degrees and 60% chance of showers. So we could have showers, no big deal. But tomorrow is take things apart day here. I'm going to take a whole bunch of tarps out of the pen, grids that we don't need in the pen for the winter. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of running around out in the yard. I might just set up a stream I can't set up a stream because I could set up a stream in the Zika tent. I'll figure out how I can do that tomorrow. Going to be a lot of run around the yard stuff. And then Wednesday is 1 degree mix of sun and cloud. And then Thursday is 2 degrees sun and cloud. Friday is -3 sun and cloud. Call might not happen till Friday. I got to my buddy, who's my helper, Matt, which we've had him here before. Where do I store feeder during the winter. This year, Tom, I'm thinking I'm just gonna flip the feeder over where it is. I'm gonna put it upside down right where it is because I usually put it over by the other end of my driveway. And I thought to myself, why do I take it out of here? It doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know why I do it. I drag it all out of the pen and put it over by the doghouse, by the hydro pole. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't I just flip? I just flip it over. I just flip it upside down, so nothing's inside of it. And I think I'm just going to flip it upside down where it is. I'll just get 4 blocks of wood to lift it off the ground, and flip it over right where it is. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh. No, Mean Girl's got questions. I'm doing my own call. I think it's like 47 drakes, and I think like 4 or 5 geese. I don't know yet. We gotta. This is where we're gonna sort the geese out, and we're gonna know exactly what we have here. And I gotta make sure that I don't have too many ganders here because I don't want to be dealing with geese fighting in the middle of winter. Because doing a January, head chopping off to cook a goose, you know how much work it is to pluck a goose. I don't want to do that. Mean Girl, I don't understand. We're going to kill your ducks because they stop laying? I don't understand that. Sorry. So anyways, the weather situation, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny. And the perfect temperature, 1 to -3. So, that's the deal. Awesome, you're going to call your ladies because they stop laying. You're going to get more in the spring. So you don't want any more. They'll start laying again soon. They always take a break for like 4 months. Susie with the ganders, I got to go through and figure it out. It's going to be hard figuring out what I'm going to do. Oh, folks, I have to go. I could come right back, or I could just set the camera up looking at Doug while I go, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll put the camera on Doug. How does that sound, folks? I don't believe this. We're interrupting the stream. Okay, I'll give you a Dougie cam, all right? There you go. There's the dog. He'll probably stay right there. Doug. Thanks for being my co-star this morning there, buddy. Oh, the dog held his place for me. Oh, it says I got a very bad connection. Why? I'm on the house. Hang on, let me just double check. That is weird. Oh, now it's good. There's nothing. This is the only stream I got running. I gotta just check something here. I don't have any other streams running right now. This is the only stream. I've got all the streams turned off. You know what? This is bizarre. On YouTube, it's saying right now in my control room that it's a very bad connection, but the app is saying that it's perfect. It says my internet connection is not fast enough. But I've got every stream turned off. Yeah, it was quick, Inga. I'm a professional. I didn't, how would you say? I focused. But I want to share something with you that I was reminded about while I ran away. I want to just see if I can find them first on the internet. If I can, I gotta send this. It was like my road trip yesterday. Hang on here, folks. Bear with me. I gotta see if I can find them on the internet. If I can find them. Yeah, I've got all the streams turned off. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. You see if they come up on the internet. They might not even come up on the restaurant. Oh, yeah. Oh, I gotta give them a review too. They only got 6 Google reviews. Okay, they are on the. I should post it so you guys can see. To see if I can get Street View so I can post this for you. We'll see if the Street View really shows what she looks like. How can you share this? Okay, that's not the Street View. That isn't where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, yeah. So how can I paste this? Where's the share options? Share or embed. Okay, share. I want a short URL. Okay. Copy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so last night, I'm posting this right now. Okay, you gotta check this out, people. Don't go yet, Gene. Check this out. Okay. Tell me if that goes to the Street View for you. Jennifer, no, you check it out. Check out what's going on here. Is that working for you? The link? Okay. All right. So I'm driving the back roads, okay, to go to my buddy's place. It's way out there, all right. Like it's way out there. Like, so this is like a quarter away back from his house. I'm driving, the roads are just ice and it's blowing snow and it's you can't even see the road. That right there with Google was done in the summer, so it looks pretty safe driving, but it wasn't last night. Dark. And I see this little restaurant and it's like, it says, does it say Canadian Chinese or Chinese Canadian? Let me just look at the sign here. In the window. Can I see the window? Will it let me magnify the window? Oh no, hang on here. Can I magnify the window so I can see it? Okay, maybe I can here. Hang on, I'll see if I can read this to the window. Does it say? Yes, okay. Oh, okay, well it says Canadian and Chinese. They should just take the and out of in between the Canadian and the Chinese, okay? Because in the window. Actually it says on the side too, but I just saw the window last night. So anyways. They put bacon in the Chinese food. I was like, they should just call it the Canadian version of Chinese food. This person, this little Chinese person, she just loves bacon. She moved to Canada and she loves bacon, so she puts bacon in her food when she cooks. And when you ask for spicy, she does spicy. She likes jalapeno peppers, and she puts jalapeno peppers and bacon in. It was very good, Gene. I thought I was going to have some takeout to bring home, and I ate it. I ate it. It didn't. I didn't. I didn't have any takeout. But bacon and Chinese food. But honestly, if I ever ate there again, which I would if I was driving through there again, I would stop in there again. I wouldn't. I tell her don't put the bacon in because honestly, I could have passed on the bacon sensation because it was really good, and I would have liked to taste it without the bacon. Oh, too far away, Gene. It's like, well, just look where it is compared to where I am. Last night, from that point home, it was an hour and a half on ice roads. Just ice. Ice, and it was unbelievable. Like, I was like, where was that salt truck? Yeah, I gotta take the plucker back. It has to go back. No, Gene, it's not too bad that it's far away. I wouldn't want to, I don't need a regular place to go. But she was a very, very friendly lady, really, really friendly lady. Very nice lady. I can see why she does so well out there. She has integrated herself. She not doesn't speak the best English, but she is like part of the crew up there. Because everybody that came in, I was sitting there waiting for my food, and the takeout orders were crazy, and everybody was like, a small town where everybody knows your name. This is what it was, and everybody was friendly, chatting, and they were like loving the fact that there was like a Chinese takeout food place in town. Well, not really town. Well, it is town. I think there's like 75 people live there in that little town. Yeah, I take the plucker back. I gotta go that direction. Yeah, Dougie was my seat warmer. He kept the seat warm in the truck. I got in and the truck was nice and warm. And Dougie really loved the smell of me. He was smelling me big time because I smelled like food. But a bacon and Chinese food. But anyway, she was really friendly. But then when I told her I raised ducks, she was like, oh, I buy ducks. No, I don't sell ducks. And she's just like, oh. I said, I'm up here to pick a plucker up. And she said, if I was from the city. I said, no, I'm from Renfrew. I was picking up a plucker to pluck my ducks. And she goes, oh, you do ducks this week? You do ducks? I said, yeah. Oh, we sell me duck. No, I'm not selling you one of my ducks. I only have so many ducks for myself. No, Dougie didn't get to eat anything. I didn't bring him into the restaurant, Tilly. Yeah, I just posted the link, Susie. They have a Google map page place. It actually has reviews. What's on the coffee press mug? Is a Lionel Nation. That's what was sent to me by a fan that I recommended the channel to, and they sent me a mug. Yeah, so she really wanted a duck, and she doesn't like the grocery store ducks. Doesn't like them at all. I said, they're disgusting. I said, I bought one, and I tried it, and it's terrible. She goes, oh, they're just terrible. They don't taste. And she really, when she heard they were free range, it was like, wow. She was really putting the pressure on me for a duck. It was so funny. How many coffee mugs do I have last year? I got a whole cupboard full of them. Like she got so excited because she lived on a rice farm in China, and they used to bring the ducks in, and she used to tell me how the ducks, they'd bring a flock in, and the ducks would just disappear into the rice farm. She had fond memories of her childhood and the ducks, and they would work the ducks all season, and at the end of the season they would eat the ducks. Which I've seen many videos on YouTube about that, where people bring in, ducks to the rice farms to go through and eat the bugs. So, and she was like so excited. I was like, sorry, I ain't selling you any ducks. No, Pamela, there was nothing to bring home. I ate it all. What, to sell my ducks secretly to her? No, she wouldn't care if they were government regulated. That's where you get into the contraband world, Gene. Up in that part of the world, and they do a lot of that. Okay, we're talking, this is true country, like much more remote than I am. Way more. I'm not even remote compared. Actually, I'm not remote. I might look like I'm, but I'm not. I'm too close to town. I'm like 4.4 kilometers from Renfrew. 4.2 actually, be technically right on, but this is like remote. Like if you want to go to a grocery store from up there, it's like a 40-minute drive to get to the grocery store. Everybody that lives up there has made a big lifestyle decision to not be a consumer. It's like you're too far away from anything to go shopping. So, but up there they do a lot of that, where they illegally kill their animals and trade them between each other. Oh, you can't see the Google Map review? Hang on, Susie. Hang on. Let me just get that happening for you, girl. I can do that. Somebody gave them a 3-star rating. I don't know why. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give them a good rating. But she was so funny. She really wanted duck bad. Oh. Okay, there it is. I just posted it for you. And strawberry, the plucker is even farther away. Like it's way out there. Do duck eggs taste good? Yeah, better than chicken eggs. Way better. But anyways, she's a maniac too. She works like crazy hours. I couldn't believe the sign. It says it opens at 10 a.m., but the sign says 8 a.m. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day is what the sign said. She works 12 hours a day in her kitchen. She must cook breakfast up for all the local farmers and workers and that or something. I don't know. But, typical Chinese restaurant, no heat. Oh, man. I ate with my winter jacket on. It was like I was a typical Chinese restaurant, eh? Like, heat? You want heat to eat? What do you mean? You don't need heat to eat. Keep your jacket on. It's like, I've been in so many restaurants, they just don't like turning the heat on, eh? It's like, but I've seen documentaries of so many documentaries of how they the only time they have heat, what you call it, in their homes is when they cook. And if you watch, these documentaries were probably 15 years old, and they would bring chunks of coal in, and they would get the heat going, and that's the only time that there would be heat in the house. So it was like, the heat's coming off the stove. What, some American didn't like them? I got to read the reviews here, folks, because let's see, what was it? What's the review? Who gave them a 3-star? Oh, they just gave 3-star, but don't tell anything. See, those reviews that just give stars and don't give an explanation, I don't even pay attention to them. Yeah, this person, bacon, chicken, and shrimp and mushrooms. That's what I had last night. That was the dish. It was $10 for the dish. It was a full dish too. It was a big dish. One, no, what was it? I don't even remember the name of it. Lots of buffering. I think it's me. I'm thinking it's me this morning because something is going on here that I've got connection issues. You know, now it says the stream is good. I don't know what's going on. It's strange. I was streaming 3 streams, had no problem, but I want to stream. One's a little 720 stream, having coffee, and something's going wrong. I don't know. But anyways, that was an awesome little Chinese restaurant. It hit the spot, which I was so glad I ate, because I did not know my drive home was going to be living hell. It was bad. It got worse when I was coming home. I was so tired. I was wiped out. I was just wiped right out. I was so tired I almost didn't freshen the water up in the tub for the ducks. And then when I was in there freshening the water up, and I thought I'm going to try to get them to go into the barn, and I couldn't get them to go into the barn. They wouldn't go. They were just freaking out. And I said, oh man, forget it. The flock's too big. Too many ducks here. Everybody's all whacked out. But this week is flock reduction week on the Duck Adventure. And plus a little bit slower pace than the previous 3 weeks, 4 days. Because it has been absolutely nuts here for the last 3 weeks, 4 days. I think I've gone every single day. I'm trying to think. Since we started the barn, have I taken any time off? No, I haven't. I've done this crazy. That's why I'm so tired. Yeah, I just realized that. I haven't taken a day off since I started the barn. It's all making sense now why I'm tired. You know? Oh, there's Juanita. I needed 11 hours sleep. I usually wake up really early, but I didn't this morning. I didn't even open my eyes. Not once. I woke up once at 2 for a drink of water. That was another thing too about this Chinese food. The Chinese restaurant in town, if I eat their stuff, I'll drink 3 liters of water in the middle of the night. Just can't get enough water into me if I eat Chinese food from town. I ate last night at that restaurant. I don't even tell you how many dishes I ate, but I ate a lot. And I woke up once for my customary half a glass of water at about 2 a.m. That's it. No dryness at all. That was the difference. Come to think of it. I was not dry at all last night. Yeah. Like zero zip. That's a huge difference. You think it's MSG that is making me thirsty? You know? Probably. They say they don't put MSG in their food, but well, this lady up there don't, because I have no saltiness at all. Like I have no thirst last night at all. I was actually shocked. I thought for sure. And then I slept all night. Like I said, I woke up at 2, had a little glass, had my half a glass, and went back to sleep. And I'm not dry. She does a pretty good job. She really wanted duck though. Oh man, she didn't give up. Anyways, highly recommend if you're up in the area, check out the little restaurant. Nothing wrong with it. if you want Canadian Chinese food. Not Canadian and, it should just say Canadian Chinese food because we add bacon. Here's that. She moves here, discovers she likes bacon. I'm going to put this in everything I make. Oh, it's funny. Bacon and Chinese food. When she told me it was in, I was like, bacon and Chinese food? All right, bring it here. I'll try it. Yeah. And sure enough, there was bacon in it. I could eat it again, actually. I'm thinking the more I think about it, I could do it again. Oh. But I am going to be in that part of the world again when I return the plucker. Ooh. Oh, folks. Oh, I got this is the original t-shirt that would have all the mud stains on it from the, when I rented that worn out excavator. No, it was just regular smoked bacon. It wasn't Canadian bacon, as people refer to it, or also known as P-mail bacon. It wasn't that kind of bacon. It was regular smoked bacon. What, did Maggie just get here? I don't know, the chat, something's going on with the chat here this morning, folks, because it blows by and then I can't see it. Where did you get I got the plucker from my buddy. It's in the truck right now. No, I don't need food to go, Kona. It was just like I said, I was driving. It was dark. It was late. It was like 5 o'clock. It was 4:30. Was it 4? It was 4 because it was just turned dark. And I'm like, I can't believe it's 4 o'clock already. I said to myself, and then I saw the restaurant. I drove by it, and I'm like, oh, Canadian Chinese food in the middle of nowhere. And my curiosity was just killing me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn around. So I pulled into this farmer's driveway, and I turned around and I came back. So I was like, I'm gonna give this place a crack because it was just out of nowhere. I was like, wow, a Canadian Chinese restaurant in the middle of nowhere. Okay. You think I'll be happier when I make my own plucker, Nancy? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna make a plucker. I got a buddy that wants to go 50-50 on a plucker. It's a big deal to make a plucker, you know. By the time you buy all the parts, like the motor, even a used motor can run you like $150. Unless you can buy one on eBay or online somewhere or surplus. Because a brand new motor, like a farm grade motor from the motor shop, is like $350. No, she had no poutine, Tom. No. No poutine at all. Messenger, why would you change your name to Jasmine? Yeah, Colin made one for his chickens. Like just the kit for the plate and the bottom and all that, because I don't have a welder. Well, Colin welded up some stuff in me. He didn't buy a plate. The kit's like $400, and then you buy a motor, and then you got to put it all together. You still gotta sew. You still need the plate. Like the wash machine is you're only using the tub of the wash machine. I got a barrel for that. The motors are crazy. Carl, the best motor to get, seriously, so that you never have a problem, is a 1 horse. But a half will do. 3/4 is usually the norm. But if you want to really have the ultimate plucker, that, that can burn through a goose and a duck and never, even fart, 1 horsepower is the best. Because it's the horsepower of the motor that determines how big of a bird you can do. Poutine, you can make your own. Just buy some curds, gravy, do some fries. There you go. The secret is the curds. Yeah, homemade for $400 US. They're. I found them up here, homemade ones for like 650 Canadian. Oh, the colors this week. Messenger. See, I answered you. Have you asked a question? That's what the plan is. This week is flock reduction week, that we get down to a normal size for the winter. Right now it's too big. Too many birds here. They burned through almost, when I filled the feeder last night, there was no pellets left in the metal shed. They cleaned the pellets right out. There wasn't nothing left in it. Totally empty. Brown gravy, Kona. One horsepower JT is the ultimate, and a 1 horsepower electric motor, locally to buy like a farm grade one, you're looking at like $350 plus tax, just for the motor. Now I have found them on eBay used, or on eBay surplus, I should say. So if you're going to do one, you plan ahead so you're not in a rush. Buy one there, get it shipped to you. You usually pick them up for $200. I've seen them on eBay. But a 1 horse is the ultimate. That way when you throw a goose in, because the thing is that the geese and even ducks, like a big duck, slows them down. They don't have enough power to turn. Oh. Yeah, 1 horsepower won't weigh that much. For shipping wise, courier, still better than buying one locally. You can pick one up, Because like I said, it might even be more than $350. I know they're expensive for a farm grade. Scott hit F5. Scott's tripping. He's got no sound. I've made poutine with shredded cheese. It works. It's the gravy that makes it, honestly. The curds are second. Don't use canned gravy. Make some homemade gravy up. Real gravy. Geese and turkeys need horsepower for the pluck. Keep that plate spinning on the bottom. Where was I? Oh, I can't remember where I was. It was a deli a couple of years ago that had like, I don't know, 20 recipes for poutine. They had Italian, they had everything you could imagine, and the Philly steak poutine, like, they had it all, man. It was like they had gone crazy with the variations of poutine. Poutine, not Putin. Russian fries. I got some geese to do, Messenger. We're gonna do a sort on the geese. We're gonna put them in all. We're gonna separate them all so we know exactly what we have, and we're gonna put the absolute confirmed females in a section so we know exactly how many females we have, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna check and and I gotta make sure that we don't have like, well, we gotta make sure we don't have. I'd rather have like one less gander than one extra gander, because that extra gander is gonna cause a big problem in January. So we gotta go through the ganders. There's one poor gander that's got a what you call it, a limp, and he's definitely going. He's a poor guy. He's going to go to what you call it, freezer camp, because of his limp. He got hurt. Must have been a fight or something. But he's a male, so the poor guy he's not going to get healed. Well, I guess you could say he's going to get healed. He's going to the freezer camp hospital. Just Joey wants me to know if I'm going to edit a video. Edit a video? Are you crazy? Joey, where have you been, man? When was the last time I did an edited video, other than I did the food bank, but that was like 3 minutes, 5 minutes edited video. Joey, that's so like 1990-ish editing videos. When am I going to install the goose shed? When I'm done this week, I'm going to start. That's the next project. Okay, there is a very pretty gander with a lilac head, almost pale, fabulous. He is big enough to keep. I know there was one liking him here, Leanne. I don't know what gander you're talking. See, I gotta get the geese separated so I can see them. The problem is, like, there's too many ducks, and it's like you just. I need to get the geese totally separated so I can see exactly what we have on the geese. Am I worried about any mated geese? They'll latch up. It's early enough, Gene, that they'll latch up with another male. It's not like they've had years together. They're just new this year. So it's sort of like, their first love, and it's time to go on for something real. You know what I mean? Oh. Too many white ducks for Beth. Beth doesn't like the too many white ducks. Well, the white ducks are the meat ducks. They produce the biggest meat birds. That's what we're doing here. What's the best male to female ratio? Well, this year I'm going to try 10-1 to see if it's better. I've done 5-1, 7-1. Now I'm going 10-1 to see to cut the females some slack. I'm thinking 10-1's a limit for a male. Yosemite Saddam. Thank you for reminding me about that depressing goose dying. That depressed the crap out of me that day when I found her dead. She was 2 years old, though. I think maybe that's coincidence. I don't know. That was just bizarre how she died. Do I recommend buying eggs to hatch? If you're starting, just get your own goslings and ducklings to start. Last year when that one died, that was really weird. Okay, Joey, you want to see headless ducks run. See, more of this gore. These people that sit behind a keyboard watch, oh, I want to see gore. I want to see a headless duck run around. Why, what is with people? There's just this fixation with the gore. Joey, I don't think you have the guts to do it. It's not fun. You think this is like entertainment to watch a duck run around with no head on. Oh, how entertaining. Man, I think you need to go watch something else, Joey. I don't know how I can get this point across about this, that this is not fun. This is serious, Right. Yeah, I know, JT, the duck rapes are bad. There's too many males. This week, it's happening. It's hard to do, folks. I'm not, the only part I'm looking forward to is a smaller flock so that I can get on with winter here. You know? Get the fencing up, separate the geese and the ducks so that they're separated. And, you know, and then we can force the ducks into the barn so they know what that place is. Because right now it's just, like last night I tried. And it was hard. They wouldn't, they just would not go through the door. I was like, why won't you go through the door? You know? Like they wouldn't. I got any more coffee here. Oh, Matt. 9 o'clock. I don't believe this. Oh. I'm moving slow-mo, folks. Oh, I'm moving slow-mo. Yes, Beth, Jasmine's coming up. I phoned her. I talked to her. Diane, you know what? The barn, it's just bizarre. This every year it's the same thing. Every single year it's the same thing. You know, when they're outside ducks, that's the problem. Okay, is that they're outside ducks, and to get them to go into the building is like a training process, and every year it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing every single year. They won't do it, and until you force them a couple nights, turn off the pen lights, and get them so that, yep, this is where you go at night, and you do a couple nights of that, but usually by about the third night, they're into it. You know? But you gotta turn off the pen lights, and shut down the party outside. The problem is it's the party outside. They'd rather be outside. No, the red door doesn't scare them. Susie. They walk right by the red door. It doesn't bother them. Oh, yeah, Nancy. There's I have lots of cull videos on the channel. There's lots of gore for people. I guess they just want new gore, eh? The old gore is like rerun gore. It's the same thing, man. You chop the head off, the duck's dead, it flops around, blood squirts absolutely everywhere, and you know. I tried to get the adults in last night. Actually, the adults separated last night, and I tried to get them. They wouldn't go in. But that's the way it is. It's like this all the time. I'm gonna have a 2-gate system inside the pen. I gotta come up with a system for the fencing. You know, which is like after the cull. That's the next thing. Is get the separation part done, and then start working on the goose shed. It's gonna happen. But today is gonna be a rather slow day, folks, on the duck adventure, because Matt just realized that he did 3.5 weeks. Oh, but I'm gonna wrap up the inside of the barn today. Get the vestibule set up and the gate so that I have a place where I can walk in that's not covered in duck poop. So I have my little area. I was debating on not doing it, so that when I open the door, I'm right in there. But then I got thinking, man, it's nice to be able to walk in and have a place that I can step that isn't covered in duck poop, and also don't have ducks escaping, and a place I can put a feed bag down that doesn't get covered in duck poop. So I was like almost not going to do it, and then I said I better do it. I put sand around the all the time, Susie. I did the sand run the other day. It's all in the back, ready to go. I've already put sand down 3 times around the bathtub. I'm putting sand down all the time, my lady. Do you want to see my sandbags? My setup? I'm ready. I have sand and salt, actually. Yeah, like I said, I've done it at least 3 times so far. Okay, Gene. See you later. I'll be in the barn working later when you come on. You'll see me fiddling away, fixing the door. It's snowing here right now, Ryder. Yeah, Brian, the barn is just freaking awesome. I really like how bright it is. It actually, once we get the coroplast on the back barn walls, it's going to really brighten her up because there is a lot of light coming from that front area. A lot of light. Yes, Beth, I'm putting coroplast. That's what we're talking about, coroplast all the time. Oh, Angelica's got stomach flu. I had that. Remember 2 weeks ago? It sucks, but hopefully it's only 24-hour version. And I never got to stay in bed. I had to work. I chinked the barn. Does anybody remember that? How many times did I run to the bathroom that day? It's like -3 here right now. It looked like the gateway to heaven, you say, in the barn? Oh, lots of people sick with the flu. Oh, the geese went into the barn? I saw them when I was leaving with the truck, actually. I saw them all walking towards the door. It's so bright in there. Oh, that barn looks awesome. This winter is going to be so... I'm so excited about this winter. I'm really excited. I'm actually a little bit giddy this week because the flock is going to get taken care of. It always really should be done earlier than this, but hey, this is the way it happened. Bonita, the bags. I use bags for my ducks. Actually, what I use, believe it or not, they're food grade plastic, but they're tool bags. They're like 6 mil plastic. No, 8 mil. Or is it 6 mil? They're 6 mil plastic. Absolutely heavy duty stuff. No freezer burn, no punctures. The wings can't puncture a hole through them. They're actually meant for for packing screws. So the screws don't punch a hole through the plastic. They're very heavy duty bags. I bought them a box of 500, and I'm still using them. The flu shots. Oh man, you wouldn't catch me with that. Stay away. I don't get the flu shots. Never got a flu shot in my life, folks. Why would you want to inject yourself with that stuff? Like, you trust the pharmaceutical companies? You trust the government to inject stuff into you? I'll pass on that. Yes, it was Leanne that did the $360 for the blackout weekend. She allowed me yesterday to acknowledge her. You know, they were trying to make it illegal not to get a flu shot here if you worked in a public position for the government. That you couldn't work, you would actually be sent home, and not even with pay. Basically, the government was saying either you get a flu shot, like a teacher or a hospital, or you can't work. That's wrong. I don't trust this flu shot thing. You know how many strains of flu there are? Like, it's like, so they think, oh, this is the one we're going to have a problem with this winter, and they inject you with that, and then it's a different strain you get sick with. Like, oh, I'll pass on that. I think I've been sick with the flu a couple times the last 4 years, and that's because I got exposed to somebody in town. But I didn't die. Felt like I was going to die, but I made it through to the other end. I'm here chatting with you right now. I know more people that got the flu shot and then were bedridden afterwards, sick. And that just like, why would you do that to yourself willingly? Like, seriously. I actually know many, many, many people that have gotten a flu shot that were deathly ill afterwards. You know? Like, deathly ill. And I'm like, you got the flu shot. Why? And it's like, it isn't the first time either. You know, she got the flu shot and then got sick. And then, that's lined up next year to do it again. Let's try this again. It's like I keep hitting my head with the shovel and it hurts. Should I stop? No, do it again. I'll pass. I'll just run her. I'll just run the gauntlet naturally. If we had a real flu outbreak, like a real one, like they used to have in history, where they'd wipe out 100,000 or 1,000,000 people would die, those ones ain't going to be stopped by a flu shot. Mother Nature has decided it's time for a cull, and it's just a time for 1,000,000 people to die, or whatever. It's time for a depopulation to happen, and Mother Nature comes up with its ways of doing it. Sick for 5 months from a shot. See, I am not doing that. Brian got a shot and ended up in the hospital. See, Brian? I don't trust the government, Susie. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't. They're liars. I've dealt with too many bureaucrats in my life. I'm not going there. I don't even want to talk about that stuff. Let's not talk about politics right now, because I could get wound up really easy, because we got a really bad situation up here in Canada. You're right, Miss Bailey. You want to lose weight? Get the flu. You can get back into those jeans you haven't worn in 10 years. Nancy's a firm believer in the shots. Oh, I'm not going to do her, Nancy. You can do her. I'll stay out of her. Angelica's already lost 4 pounds on the flu diet. You'll be ready for a bikini summer soon, eh? Oh, boys, we're going down a bad hole here. Not duck related. Oh, folks. Okay, I gotta get my act into gear. I'm gonna go and get my breakfast happening, and then I'm going to go and outside and do a bunch of duck stuff. You'll see me walking around, and then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go in the garage. I gotta do some fabricating with metal, which always takes longer than you think it's gonna take, because I'm going to bolt together the vestibule area. I got an idea that I'm going to make it a little bit more rigid, and then I'm going to go to the barn. I'm going to take the door off the barn. I'm going to fix the bottom of the barn. I'm going to fix the trim, and I'm going to put that sweep, that rubber sweep I found in my barn that I didn't know I had. I'm going to put it on the bottom of the door to stop the blowing snow and wind from coming in the bottom of the door, and I'm going to waste the day doing the entrance of the barn, getting that out of the way, and then I'm going to clean my garage up and get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow I got a whole bunch of stuff to get ready, getting set up grids and that kind of stuff for the cull, and because this week is flock reduction week, and then we can start getting ready for the goose shed and getting ready for winter. We're getting there, you know. We're getting there. It's starting to come together, you know. I still haven't figured out, though, the camera situation outside. But pretty soon we're going to have fixed cameras in the barn anyways, and it's going to be one single stream outside, and, you know, one in the goose shed and one in the duck shed. So we're at a, how you would say, we're at a flux situation on the live streaming until we get things figured out. It was like yesterday, I moved the camera. I moved it to the front to shoot back because thinking it would be better where the light would come from behind. But the problem is that all you could see was the front section. You couldn't see anything in the barn. The best view is the camera at the back of the barn, so you get the full length of the barn and then the front. The only way you'd be able to cover the barn right would be two cameras. One at each end. That's the only way. Unfortunately, that can't happen. The flooring in the goose shed is going to be staying what it is. I've just got to flip it. I'm just leaving it with the coroplast. It's fine. Like I said, I just got to flip it so that I can snow shovel it. I should put the barn on Airbnb. They can sleep with the ducks. That barn is so awesome for the ducks. I can't wait. This is going to be so cool this winter. I'm telling you, folks. I'm really excited about the live streams lockdowns. I really am. Well, the ceiling in the barn, back of the barn, the ceiling in the back of the barn is covered, Kona. The live stream in the barn is going to be like, there's going to be like, how many? I'll tell you here. Just to give you an idea. Where are we? I got my sheet here. What is this census? I put the sheet in here. Where is it? Okay, where are you? I stuck it in here so I wouldn't lose it. We're going to have 55, 107, 100 and potentially 55 new females, potentially. But I think there's a couple females that are hurt, so it might be 50 females. So 105 females, and then there are 8 named ducks. So that's 113, and then 10 drakes, 123 is looking like that's what it's going to be. So let's say 125 total. Do you realize the shenanigans that will be going on with 125 birds? It'll be really action-packed shenanigans. It'll be good. I'm really looking forward to those streams. I really, really am. It's going to be exciting to see the ducks, what they do. I think all of you are going to be really surprised
It's going to be late night viewing. Anybody this winter, you want something to watch? This is going to be just sit there and stare at ducks in the barn being ducks. And we're talking eating, drinking, having sex, courting each other, lesbian action, laying eggs. It's like you couldn't ask for a more well-rounded show is what's going to take place in that barn. Maybe even some Drake fights, you know. But there shouldn't be too many Drake fights with only 10 Drakes. 11 because Fabio, brother. And no geese in the barn. No geese in the barn at all. So, because that's always a problem with a goose, you know, goose picking on a duck. So the ducks are going to have the palace to themselves. So, it's going to be. I can't wait. I can't wait. No, Nancy, I'm putting coroplast on the walls. That's what I'm doing. That's what we've been talking about. Coroplast, the plastic. I'm just going to put the coroplast on the logs, just like I did before, so that it's easy to wash down. And also, well, more is bright. Will wash down too. It's a combination of being bright and easy to wash down. You'll see. Bentley could be a mover shaker. You never know. He could be right in there like Flint, because he won't have a lot of competition. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Once they start going in every night, when we start because we're potentially less than 2 weeks away from the ducks going in every night. I don't need the top half, Nancy. Top half's all covered in plastic. It's all bubble wrap. The top and the sides. Every 4 foot up is plastic. Because we only cut 4 feet down when we jacked her up. The bottom 4 feet. It's still plastic like before. Oh, and I gotta move a light bulb today too. Well, maybe, yeah, I might be moving a light today. And I gotta fix the light too. One of the lights is burnt out. So that's what's happening. So it's not a crazy day, but there's gonna be some stuff happening. Here's what's gonna happen. But honestly, I think what I'm gonna do before I have breakfast, I'm gonna go cut my hair. I just touch my head and I can feel the breeze moving my hair in the back of my head, and it's a little bit driving me nuts right now. I'm thinking I'm going, because you can start to see the gray, eh? See the gray. Somebody was looking to see if I was wondering if I was gray. There's some gray right there. She's starting to show through. So look who's here. See, he wants out. Doug. If I open the door, will you go out? Or will you sit at the door? Right? Once I get my acting together here, Inga, you'll have some action when you get home. I'll be in the barn working, okay? Like I said, final prep today on the barn. Things to be done. So I'm going to say goodbye so I can get things happening here, because it's 9:33 and I got work to do. So, but I'm like I said, I got a bunch of stuff in the garage to do, fabricating the steel walls before I even take them down to the barn to attach them. And I gotta fix the door. Take the door off the barn, get the sawhorses and the saw, and cut the barn door. I might actually bring the barn door to the garage and cut it. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens here. But there will be things happening here today. Sort of like the final touches on the barn. Matt walking around still half asleep. 11 hours. I don't believe I slept 11 hours. I gotta go cut my hair. I just touched my head again, and I can feel it on the back. I don't like this. I gotta go take care of it. I gotta say goodbye.